Everyone, so I'm Akash. This video is regarding how to integrate Google Calendar with your applications in Laravel. So first I'll demonstrate that how I have integrated Google Calendar, and then I'll tell you how to code that. So I'm logging in with one of my account. I think, oops. Okay, in integration, if I'll unlink my personal calendar and then I'll click on link my personal calendar again, it will throw me to the authorization screen where I'll select my account, and this is not verified yet because I have not pushed it to production yet. And then I will go to next screen, and this will give me like information of like make sure you trust verisol.com and something like that. And then we will click on continue, and then my calendar is connected to I'll select like my primary calendar, and if I'll click on save calendar, and then my calendar is connected with my account. This is one of my app. So if I'll open, like, this is the custom made calendar which is made by us. So if I'll open now Google Calendar, and if I add anything here, something like test, and if I'll click on save, and if I'll go to my availability, and here if I'll sync my Google Calendar, it is synced perfectly, and you can see this slot is coming here. So now I'll show you how we have integrated that. For this, first of all, you have to create a route. Like this is created on Laravel, so you need to create a route to facilitate the user to go to the auth screen. So before that, you need to first generate the keys from the your Google Cloud Console. For example, if I'll open Google Cloud Console, I'll go there, I'll go open this Google Cloud Console. From here you have to open enable API and services, and I have already enabled Google Calendar API, but if you have not enabled that, then click on enable and then select Google Calendar API. You will see this, and click on this and activate this. After activating, you will be thrown to this screen. Here you need to create your OAuth 2.0 client IDs, and like for that you have to click on create credentials, OAuth client ID. Then you have to follow some steps, and then this ID will be created. And when you will click on download, that particular key will be downloaded. So you need to store that key somewhere in your project. For example, if you are using core PHP, you can create a separate folder to download that file. And if you have not if you are using the Laravel or something like that, then I have added that in the storage path. So after receiving that key would be something like this, and then you need to set the scopes. That, for example, why you are using, for example, we are using it for the events and for authorizing the calendar. Then you have to set the scopes and access type offline, and this. Now this will give you the redirection URL initially. So when you will click on this, like this client is basically, you need to install the Google like client first. I'll show you that module also, which you have to create. Install Google API client. So for this, the command is composer require Google API client. After installing this, you'll be like you'll get all these libraries. These all libraries will be included in your vendor module. So after that you can access these classes and functions. So you have to just initialize this class, and when you'll run this function, it will give you authorization URL. So when authorization URL is created, you'll get a URL, a basic URL. You have to redirect your the user to that URL. After redirection, that auth screen will appear as I have shown to you in my demo, and that after, if he had accepted everything, then he'll be redirected to the redirection URL which you have set in while setting your app in Google Cloud Console. So with the redirection URL, you'll receive a code. So I have added one condition here, that if the user has the code, if the request has the code, then this code must run. If he or she does the request doesn't has the code, then this request must be run. So after that, on the basis of code, I am fetching the access token. So this is the function which is used. So this function is the predefined function which is given to us with the Google library. So I'm using this function. It takes one parameter, that is the code which is received on the URL. So after receiving that, on the response we get the access token and the refresh token, and that I'm saving against a user. So now your user is linked to that Google Calendar, and you have the access token and refresh token, and on the basis of access token and refresh token, you can do all kind of operations. For example, if you wanted to add events, if you wanted to delete events, or anything. So that's it. That was it for this video. If you have any question, please feel free to contact me, and I'll try to resolve as much as I can. Thank you so much.